Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something very different. We're doing a Diablo 4 build video. I've been playing Diablo 4 since it came out. Feels like almost a month ago now. And Season 1's coming up sometime in July. I see people on Twitter posts and Facebook communities asking, what kind of build should I do? I did Druid the whole time, I want to do a Sorcerer. I don't know what to do, so this is going to be like a soft guide for the best build, level 1 to 50, help you level up fast, what I had experience with. So all you need to do is follow my knowledge. I went through this all, I struggled with builds, I wanted to find my own thing, and this is what I discovered. It's going to be easier for you to follow this than anything else going level 1 to 50 in Season 1, unless some big nerfs come, but doesn't seem like that's happening, so here we are. Now, our build kind of runs off of two main abilities. Number one being Arc Lash. That's the basic ability I took. I put a few points to Arc Lash, and then I put points in the middle ability, and then Glinting Arc Lash. So from Arc Lash, every 10 hits, you're going to be stunning an opponent. And then with Glinting Arc Lash, every time you hit a stunned opponent, you're reducing your other abilities' cooldowns, which is huge for this build. Now, none of your abilities are actually going to cost a mana, so you're going to grab that green point right there and then put 3 points into Elemental Dominance. So you'll always be above 50 mana, so you might as well do that extra 9% damage. Now we get to the defensive skills, and basically we're taking everything. Now all these skills you're going to put in your bar. They will keep you alive basically. There's a thing later on that every time you activate a defensive ability, you get a barrier, and since sorcerers are so squishy, you want those barriers to keep you alive. I mean, I always have a barrier up when I'm playing. That's the core part of a sorcerer. So you're going to grab the middle node and teleport, and then Shivering Teleport. You're going to leave Ice Armor with 1 point. You get Enhanced Frost Nova, and then you get the other ability to make your Frost Nova make enemies vulnerable. You grab Enhanced Flame Shield and Shimmering Flame Shield. This heals you when you activate it. So on top of all the barriers, you also get 50% health from the Flame Shield. Then you're going to put all your points into Glass Cannon. You're already squishy, but you have barriers, so you might as well get that extra damage. Here you see Protection, which grants you the barriers when you use a cooldown. And your defensive abilities are the abilities that are going to be using the cooldowns the most. You can see I also put 3 points into Precision Magic. We want maximum lucky hit going into this. Then I took Ice Blades. Ice Blades have cooldown reducing abilities when you take the summoned Ice Blades ability. So they reduce your cooldowns, which is going to be big for when we get to Unstable Currents. Now for this next tree, this is where you see a lot of variation of builds. Some people take Meteor. A lot of people take Ball Lightning. I tried both. I ended up these days taking neither. So you go right down to the next tree, and you want to put points right away into Unstable Currents. You're going to put 1 point in there, but that's your ultimate ability. Then you grab the tree next to it. Now you can kind of customize how you want there, but basically you just want to get that skill in the bottom with Lucky Hit. And Shock's movement speed is another good thing, so I grabbed the one on the left to increase my movement speed. Then you grab Overflowing Energy down below, and then you just kind of pump points around the build that you think are going to be good. Static Discharge is really good. Every time you activate Crackling Energy and it hits someone, you reduce your cooldown even more. So when a big group of enemies, your cooldown on your ultimate can go from a minute to like 20 seconds. And in the late game, there's more to bring that down, but in the early game, I mean, that's as good as you're going to get for right now. As far as your enchantment slots go, I put the Ice Blades in one of them. That way, I mean, it activates on its own. You don't have to cast it. All your other abilities do no mana. So you don't have to manage your mana bar at all, putting Ice Blades into your other ability. The entire point of this early game build is making your Sorcerer go burr as much as you can. Reducing your cooldowns, lucky hit chance, wanting more Crackling Energy. You're going to just decimate your opponents when you train them and group them up, and you get your cooldown to like on an average 30 seconds, but sometimes I've gotten it down all the way to 20, so it's pretty sick when you can do that. Just keep putting points in your defensive skills, as you see I have basically Frost Nova. I mean, it's a great ability. Then we're going to go back up to the top, and we're going to grab Spark. Spark is my other enchanted ability. So you're going to get Enhanced Spark, and then you're going to go up, and you're going to get the one where each time you kill an enemy, you have a percent chance to spawn a crackling energy. I find that really helpful to reduce cooldowns too, so both my enchanted slots are reducing cooldowns, and I mean, after that, everything else is history. I'm going to have a link to this build in the description of the video. If this helps you at all, let me know. If there's anything you would change about it, also let me know. I'm not a professional. I'm in the end game. This is what I use to get to the end game. But if you did something different, I'm curious to know about it. So if you're new here, subscribe, leave a like on the video if this helped you, and we'll see you in the next one.